Okay, so on Linux systems, there's a command called top. Press enter, and what top does, it just shows you what's running on the system. On a full-blown Linux system, this whole area would be filled up with running processes. It shows what's going on with the system here, how much memory is being used, how much swap memory is being used, and so on. And then to get out of top, press Q to quit. Okay? Sometimes you can't get out of it. So what you can do is just press Control C, and that brings you out of it and back to the prompt. Okay, so before we quit here, let me show you one more thing here. I'll start another command prompt. So we have a container running here. We can do a docker ps. That shows our container. Our container is running. We have a container ID, the same as the container ID right here. Tells us what image was used, how long it's been up, the generic name it added to it. Okay, let's quit the container with exit. So we quit the container. Now we'll do another docker ps, and you can see our container is gone here. Now if we do a docker images, of course the image is still there, but we just don't have a container running. Okay. Here's a few PDFs I found online. This one here is Ubuntu server guide, not specifically for Docker containers, but if you're studying Ubuntu, it's a pretty good PDF to download. This one here is an O'Reilly book I found online. It's just about general system administration. Pretty good book. I'd say it's probably the main book in the business. Of course, there's a lot of good Unix and Linux books out there. And then here's a few other things I found online that I thought were pretty good. What you can do is go Ubuntu, and then I like to use Yahoo mainly for this. Like here, this is what I'm searching for here. And then down here I can say, just show me the PDFs. Just show me the PDFs with the word Ubuntu in the title. Click search. And then you can see here, these are all links to files, PDFs that have the word Ubuntu in them. Okay, after you download something, I have Norton installed here. I definitely recommend buying Norton. It doesn't cost that much, and it's well worth it. It's easy easy to install. It doesn't slow down your system. But then when you download something, before you open that PDF, you can right click on something and go Norton scan. And it scans it for viruses. You can scan your whole system from C drive, or you can scan certain files. You don't have to, every time you download something, you don't have to scan your whole computer. But then you can see no threats found. I've been doing this for years. Very rarely is something found. But the 1, 2, or 3 times where I did pick up something nasty, it definitely makes for a bad week. You know, you have to erase your whole system, reinstall everything. So it's better just to buy Norton now ahead of time. And then you can go out and find these free books. I mean, you just can't beat it. Like here, I found Ubuntu Unleashed. It's an older version, 2011, but you know, it's free. I mean, you can't beat that. You know, things don't change that much. It still gives you a pretty cool book for free. It's not something you'd want to print out. It's almost 800 pages. Here's Ubuntu book, 118 pages. Some of them came directly from the Ubuntu website. Here's the system administration book I was telling you about. That's the O'Reilly book. 1,000 pages. One more thing before we quit. I just wanted to make you aware of this. There's Perl 6 is out. And I couldn't find this PDF online. I'm sure there's other ones out there if you want to search around. But there's a company called PAC-T. And you can buy a subscription to them. And then you have access to all of their books. The annual subscription is pretty expensive. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was about $100, give or take a little bit. But it's well worth it if you're into the computer business. Like, see, if I click on here, see, I can read this book online. Because I have the subscription, I can read this book online, and I have access to all of them. Now, if I really like this book, I can download it here as a PDF. And I think as a subscriber, they have discounts, you know, if you wanted to buy the hardcover book, you know. But just to show you some of the other stuff, like here's some of the other books. Let's search for Ubuntu. So these are all the Ubuntu books. And they also have videos. See, these are all books. You say book, book, book. Here's one video. Okay, so you can watch the video for free. They're usually not real long. The ones that I have watched, they might be a couple hours at the most. Let's see what this says here. 1 hour, 21 minutes. Okay, Here they're saying 9 hours to read this book, 16 hours to read this book. I think they're probably guesstimating, 1 hour per chapter. That's if you're really just kind of skimming right through the chapter. Sometimes some of the pages are really hard. You might spend a week just on that one page. So take this time estimate with a grain of salt. Okay, so I think we'll call her a day there. See ya. Bye.